What is up, Light Fam? Welcome to another video. My name is David, your spiritual awakening coach, here to help you through your spiritual awakening. Now, today's video is going to be on the divine masculine and divine masculine energy. So if your dominant energetic frequency is divine feminine, having a solid understanding of your exact opposite energy will actually help you get the things in your life that you feel you might be missing. Or maybe you're in a relationship with someone whose dominant frequency is divine masculine. So having a solid understanding of divine masculine energy will give you greater insight into the divine masculine's purpose, which in turn may make your relationship more harmonious or even be reunited. So let's get a deeper look into the divine masculine as well as divine masculine energy right now. Let's go. Now, I want to make it clear that no one is 100% divine masculine or 100% divine feminine. We all have varying degrees of both, but it's our dominant frequency that determines whether we are divine masculine or divine feminine. Now, this has nothing to do with gender. This is a question that I get all the time, and I know that it can be very confusing, but we're just using the labels of male, female to assign the polar opposite energy signatures the same way that we use the labels yin and yang. So it's not gender, we're just assigning the two different energy frequencies that are polar opposites. So what are the traits of the divine masculine? Well, divine masculine energy is very much come up with a plan and get it done energy. It's taking action energy, it's taking the initiative, it's drive, it's purpose, it's protector energy, it's warrior energy. Fatherly energy, material plane, material abundance energy. So for all my tarot readers out there, this is very much the Pentacles energy. It's that earthy, earth plane energy, which obviously is very needed because we're not just spiritual beings. We obviously live in the physical. So we need that masculine energy to help balance us out and help us to better navigate the material plane. So now that you know the traits of the divine masculine, you can now use this knowledge to determine where your dominant frequency lies, and that will tell you if you need more divine masculine or more divine feminine to get the things that you feel are missing in your life. For example, let's say that you need to strategize and come up with a plan for that new business that you're being called to start, or you need some of that get it done energy to go after that promotion at work. Well, this is a great example of where you would want to connect with and accentuate that divine masculine energy to get the job done. Or let's say that you're in that phase of your life, like a lot of us find ourselves, where you're being called to slow down, get still, get present, go within, and reconnect with your higher self. Well, if your dominant frequency is divine masculine, which is go, 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 hustle, 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 grind, that divine masculine energy is going to protest when you stop. So that's where you need to dial it back, turn the volume down on the divine masculine and bring in the divine feminine energy so that you can get still, get silent, go within and reconnect. So divine masculine energy is very outwardly focused. Divine feminine energy is very inwardly focused. Now, let's say that your dominant frequency is divine feminine, but you're having problems with money. Let's say you're having issues with abundance. Well, that divine masculine energy, as I mentioned earlier, is very much about that material plane success, material abundance. So if you're aware of your dominant frequency, in this case, divine feminine, then you know that you need to accentuate the divine masculine aspects of your energetic makeup to go after the success that you seek. So how can having a working knowledge of divine masculine energy help you in your relationships? I know that's what you were waiting on. Well, first you need to have a solid understanding of your own dominant frequency. Know thyself. And of course, a solid understanding of your partner's dominant frequency. Know your partner. Second, you need to make sure that you are providing enough space for your partner to express their dominant frequency without judgment or pushback. So, for example, Maybe you're not showing the care and acceptance and compassion that your partner needs to feel seen and heard, and the relationship is on the rocks. Well, dial back that divine masculine energy and call forth some of that divine feminine energy so that your partner does feel seen and heard, and they feel like they have a safe space to be authentic with you without judgment. Now, on the other side of that coin, let's say that you're having problems with your divine masculine. I know a lot of my twin flames out there are listening. So you have to ask yourself, are you providing enough space for your divine masculine to step into their role as the divine masculine? Divine masculine energy is very much purpose energy. The divine masculine has to feel like they have enough space to step into their role as the initiator, the action taker, the strategist, the protector, the warrior, the father. That's the energy. And are you providing more than enough space for them to do so without judgment and without pushback? If you struggle with setting boundaries or having confidence or being decisive, this may be a sign that your divine masculine energy is out of balance and needs to be turned up. Or maybe you're trying to leave the safety of that dead-end job or dead-end relationship. This is where that take risk, move forward, divine masculine energy can be channeled in and magnified so that you can follow your heart. Or maybe you're having trouble being assertive when you need to be. Getting your divine masculine energy in balance can definitely make your life a lot easier. All of this falls under the category of know thyself. When you know what your dominant frequency is, and you know what areas in your life need improving, you can then adjust your energetic makeup to make your life more balanced and rewarding. As you progress on your spiritual journey, you will come to understand the universe is all about balance. There are no mistakes in an absolute intelligent universe, and divine masculine energy is absolutely needed to maintain the balance. And I have to say this because I don't want you to confuse divine masculine energy with toxic masculinity. There are a lot of memes floating around out there about toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity does not come from divine masculine energy. Toxic masculinity comes from insecurity and self-hate. I say self-hate because you have to not love yourself if you can only derive your value and worth from tearing down others. And that's how you know the difference. If the energy that you're receiving back is trying to strip you of the traits of your dominant frequency and not giving you a safe space to express those traits, then, so in other words, those traits are met with ridicule, shame, and even hostility, then that's toxic. And masculine or feminine energy both can be toxic. The divine masculine needs the divine feminine and vice versa. There's nothing frivolous in an absolute intelligent universe, Light Fam. Both divine masculine and divine feminine, like yin and yang, exist for a reason. And that is to complement each other and provide what the other is lacking and needing. And this is why we all have both of these polar energies within us. If we didn't need both wouldn't exist, but both are needed to complete the whole and promote homeostasis. So do the introspection, figure out what your dominant frequency is, and figure out what your partner's dominant frequency is so that you know your partner's needs and you also know your own needs in a relationship. It's much easier to know what your needs are if you know what your dominant frequency is. Or it may also answer some questions as to why you are stuck in certain areas of your life. Well, where's your energy out of balance? Know thyself, Light Fam, know thyself. Now, question of the day. Which energy, divine masculine or divine feminine, is out of balance in your life, Light Fam? If you feel comfortable sharing that information, please let us know in the comments below. I'd love to get an open discussion on this one. If you want to work with me one-on-one and get your divine masculine energy on point or your divine feminine, we can get you into balance. We can work one-on-one through Zoom. Check the description below for that. If you have a question for me, add me over on Instagram _Lightways. Until next time, I will see all of you guys in the next video. Light, love, and abundance to all that are watching and to all you love. Peace, guys.